Good morning. Welcome back to the Countdown to Ironman Lake Placid. My name is Joe from Endurance Mentors, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we're providing a public service announcement to just remember to give yourself some grace, especially as we are going through this Ironman training cycle. We are quickly approaching race day. Volumes are up, and that means that things are getting tougher, not just in training, but also more complicated in other areas of our life, whether that's our personal relationships, managing life on a week-to-week basis. So I just wanted to take a minute and provide some guidelines that I think can be helpful for those training for an Ironman. The first is just let's go back to what our main goal is here, right? So we're all training, but really the goal is to get to race day physically and mentally ready to race. I think so often us as athletes focus on the physical side, the actual training side, right? We download a plan or we're working with a coach and that coach is outlining specifically the training we need to be doing day in and day out to achieve our goal of completing an Ironman or racing an Ironman or whatever our each person's individual goals may be. But the reality is, for a lot of people, we kind of forget the mental side of it. And what can really help in the mental side of it is keeping your training and your life in balance. And I actually really think that's the key to anybody's specific training plan. How well can you balance your life responsibilities while your training responsibilities increase as you get towards the race? So balance here, I think, is key. Striking that balance week in, week out, finding a way to stay consistent is what is going to get you to race day physically and mentally ready to go. So that's a little something that I think can be a challenge as we are approaching the race. So as we know, our volumes are increasing, training load is increasing. We're also at a point now where a lot of the workouts are at an intensity level that you're not just recovering from it within, a day. It's not like you're ready to go 100% tomorrow. We're carrying a lot of fatigue on a day-to-day basis. And I'll just speak for myself personally. The weekend training now is getting much longer. That for me, I feel that through, Monday, Tuesday, and even into Wednesday sometimes. So I think that's just something to remember here that, 3 months ago, yeah, you could get a workout done and probably feel pretty good the next day. But now we're really at a point where it's starting to load up. And that's the purpose though, right? Like that's what you want to be doing. And that's a good thing when it comes to getting your body ready to handle the demands of race day. But as we go through, there is this tendency to prioritize training over your life responsibilities. So remember, keep that in balance as you go through the rest of your training. Now, how do you keep it in balance? This is where I think today's public service announcement comes into play, and that is to just give yourself some grace. Nobody, don't care what they tell you, goes through a training plan perfectly without having to maybe adjust or miss a workout, or maybe bring a workout that was supposed to be at an intensity level here, bring it down to a lower intensity level. All of that, you should give yourself some grace and just say it is okay to miss a workout, to lessen a workout, whether it's time or intensity. It is okay to do that because, frankly, nobody's life is perfect. We're in a time right now, we're in the lead up to Ironman Lake Placid. People have graduations, people's kids are graduating, friends, family. There's so much stuff going on. End of the school year for you parents out there. This is a legitimate challenge, and I'm preaching to the choir. You all already know this, but it is okay, and give yourself that grace to take a step back every now and then. Okay, that doesn't mean cancel a whole week's worth of training, but it does mean that, like, hey, listen, if I can't do it today, maybe I have to adjust and lessen the workout, or maybe I have to make it a lower intensity, or just do, frankly, the best I can on any given day. That is okay. And that is also a reality that everybody else is going through right now. That's something that you rarely see on social media when you get these different, influences and you see people and you think that maybe you're constantly behind. You're not. They're going through it too. And maybe for them to post that really singularly great workout, maybe they had to miss 2 or 3 workouts before that. And therefore, you're probably in a better spot because you've been able to consistently get things done day in and day out, which is really what's going to get you to the start line ready to go. So make sure, give yourself some grace, be kind to yourself. As the training volume and intensity picks up, remember to keep your life in balance. Everybody is in the same boat. Nobody is doing this perfectly at this point. It is certainly challenging, but know that giving yourself that little bit of grace can even give you that mental reset that can fire up that motivation again to get back going. Give yourself a little bit of downtime, maybe a lesser workout. You'll be ready to go the next day with that fire in your belly to really get back going again. All right. I hope this is helpful. I wanted to put this out there because I think this is a really important topic. Keep that when you're thinking about how to still approach training as we lead into the race. Make sure, remember, you got to keep your life in balance and your training in balance. And as that training increases, you got to really pay attention to this. And of course, if you run into any trouble spots, it is okay to give yourself some grace. Everybody's in the same boat. And frankly, we'll all show up to the start line better for it. All right. Thanks all.